So I got a few stories here for you from the morgue. This person was on pathology rotation at the county medical examiner's office. They included some site visits. They got called out to a house that was had complaints of a terrible smell coming from the inside, so the cops went to go investigate. And they discovered the owner of the home had been dead about 3 weeks prior. It was in the middle of the summer. They also discovered the fact that the homeowner was a hoarder. Cans of cat food and all kinds of miscellaneous garbage all over the place. Old porn VHS tapes, all that good stuff. They did the autopsy that afternoon back in a contained space because of the absolute smell that was coming out of this body. They also, once they cracked it open, noticed that there was maggots, beetles, flies, cockroaches, everything. And once it was cracked open, all this crap came spilling out. They had bugs pouring out of it, running around all over the floor, and flying insects all over the place. So it was pretty creepy. I had another student that came in to report that while she was on her duties, they had a bloater come in, so they had to actually pop the body. And of course, as you can imagine, when you're popping a body that's bloated, the insides end up coming to the outside. And yeah, you can only imagine how disgusting that is. She also reported that she thought the staff was actually messing with her, to the point where she could have swore she saw this body breathing. It was actually so fresh that the body was starting to release the gases, which actually made this person look like they were breathing. And she didn't want the family to come around and actually see that what looked like the body breathing or even twitching or moving around, because it was so fresh. So she said she was pretty creeped out about that. She also reported that she had a bizarre one where they picked up a body of a self-inflicted gunshot victim, suicide to the head. So the family at first had wanted an open casket, so the workers were given the daunting task of trying to piece together this head. They did the best they could, but as you can imagine, trying to fit all those pieces back together. They called the father in to take a look at the body, and he agreed, yeah, there was no way that was going to happen. So at the time of the actual funeral, the family were pretty persistent on the fact that they were going to have an open casket. So they opened it and were actually quite amazed and shocked at the fact that this person had committed suicide. And they actually sent a nasty letter back to the county medical examiner in the morgue saying that this was a horrifying thing to have witnessed. So, yeah.